All right, welcome back, Truth Seeker. In the headlines today, Merck is asking for emergency authorization from the FDA for their new COVID pills, the ones with the 82 on the side of them. And I've been looking everywhere for what the reasoning is for the 82 on the pill. But I want to show you just how 82 the ritual is for this request from the FDA, because today is 82 weeks from when the pandemic was declared. And of course, if you're new here, in gematria, COVID equals 82, a number we've been talking about endlessly since March of 2020. In March of 2020, at the start of the month, we predicted that on March 22nd, 2020, the 82nd day of the year, we would see lockdowns across the nation because of COVID. And that's exactly what happened from New York to many other cities. Again, COVID is nothing but a numerical ritual. Every last thing that has happened in the time of COVID, every headline you've read, every authorization of a vaccine, etc., has all been numerical ritual. So I just want you to see just how 82 this is. Merck's stock price is about to hit $82 right as this news even comes. $82 a share, that is. But again, in gematria, COVID's 82. The pandemic was declared on the 11th, March 11th, 2020. That's another theme because here we are on October 11th, the day they asked for emergency authorization. But notice, 579 days later, 19 months on the nose, right, for COVID-19. But that's 82 weeks and days for the pills with the big old 82 on them. And searching all of Google, the only article I could even find that brings up 82 being on the pills is ABC in Australia. And what's funny is if the only reason this is even captured there, that 7 days ago it was written, what is it and how does it work? A collection of pills with 82 written on them. If you go to this article, they've actually scrubbed that 82 part out of it. It doesn't even exist in the article anymore. It's just captured in the Google search because it was there 7 days ago. So, and again, I think this is how we've somewhat changed the world. Again, for people, well, there's a lot of evidence that we've somewhat changed the way they do their schemes. I think there'd be more articles mentioning the 82 on the side of the pills, but they know people are waking up. They're still putting it right in your face, though. But there's no explanation anywhere for why there's an 82 on that pill. None. I think we understand why, though, with COVID. But look at this. This is their share price as of this morning. October 11th, 9:40 a.m. Eastern. The share price is at $81.21. It's up, approaching $82. It's up 58 cents this morning. So, you know, a little bit more in a climb to that, and we're right at $82. Is it going to be at $82 the day it gets its emergency authorization? You know what I mean? It's just, it's such a joke, man. I mean, it's just this whole COVID thing is such a joke. It's such a joke, and it's so annoying that people do not acknowledge this information. Just like, how else do you explain this stuff? Pills with 82 on them, 82 weeks after the pandemic's declared by the numbers, then they're I mean, come on, man. Merck's also in New Jersey, where the majority of these pharmaceutical tyrants are. A lot of them in the 201 area code, like Event 201. Merck's just outside of it. But a couple other things that are interesting about Merck asking for this emergency authorization on the 11th. Merck has gematria of 31, the 11th prime. You know, you just had the boxing match the other night. Tyson Fury gets his 31st win in the 11th round. Merck & Co., in case you guys are new here, gematria. Merck. These are the 4 base ciphers. The alphabetic order with the rules of numerology, the reverse alphabetic order with the rules of numerology. The 4 base ciphers. If you write Merck & Co., the official name of the company, it's also 121 when you run the alphabetic order in reverse, has a square root of 11. So both ways it has 2 connections to 11. They ask for the emergency authorization today. Notice how Merck & Co. is also 68, like how coronavirus was coined in 1968, the infamous year. They're the company that are bringing us the pills Pills has also got the 68 in it and the 31. Notice the 2331. It's just like Merck. Merck 2331 going to give us the COVID pills. But yeah, I mean, stock price approaching $82, 82 weeks later, 82 on the pill. I mean, come on, man. You got to be some kind of dummy to think all this is a coincidence. And again, that's the whole problem, you guys. The whole reason that the whole world doesn't know about this, the whole English-speaking world at this point, is because it's a world full of dummies. I mean, in the information age, every last English-speaking person should know about gematria, based on what we've exposed in the last 8 years, way before even COVID came around. Every day, people manipulated by the media that is manipulated by this code. And, yeah, it's just, I mean, I feel like this is the biggest mockery yet with the 82s all over the pill. Suppose the next pill will have 56 all over it. But, just 10 days ago, Merck came out and said that their COVID antiviral pills have risks of hospitalization and death. So, why not approve them? Why not approve them? By the way, we were talking about the big Jesuit ritual with the latest rigged match between Fury and Wilder. The big 201 ritual, the latest. Tyson Fury, who won that fight, he's 33 years old. Between the 3 fights, they've now boxed 33 rounds. And on the day of the latest fight, October 9th, a professional boxer dropped dead, Kitaro Hoshino, who in his career fought in 33 bouts, right? He fought in 33 bouts. And again, we're saying it's a big Society of Jesus ritual, the Fury-Wilder fight. This guy, from his birthday, August 14th, to his date of death, October 9th, was 56 days later, right? The number of the Jesuits. The favorite numbers of the Jesuits, 201 and 56. Fury becomes 2-0-1 versus Wilder at age 33. They say Jesus died at 33, right? And then this guy's dying, who fought in 33 professional fights 56 days after his birthday on the same day. Highly suspicious. Here's even more suspicious. You don't think it's the Society of Jesus that rigged the fight? Look at the hat Tyson Fury put on after the fight was over. He put on a hat that says Jesus with a crown on it, right? In the time of coronavirus, which is a big Society of Jesus ritual. Corona means crown. But Tyson Fury throws on a Jesus cap. Keep in mind that the fight went to the 11th round, right? In the most pure cipher, Jesus is 11, okay? They say Jesus dead at 33. He's 33 right now. But Tyson Fury throws on the Jesus cap. Isn't it amazing? Isn't it amazing? And remember just how Jesuit this ritual was. Not only did he become 201, the fight was 85 weeks after the last fight. Christ is 85, Templar 85, Isus Hominum Salvator 85, the Jesuit motto that has the Templar cross right behind it in their logo. And then the first fight was exactly 149 weeks earlier, the 35th prime and Catholic 35. So, yeah, if you're doubting, and you just got to feel like I noticed, I don't normally read my comments, but, just scrolling through the comments, there's just so many dummies in the world. Here, let's see. Darren Fox says, load of nonsense. But he's a troll who follows my page and always leaves the same kind of comment. It's like, and then look at Josh Mason. Josh Mason writes, fuck off, man. And then he does an emoji like he's a 2-year-old. I know a lot of you guys use emojis, but I consider emojis things for little kids. Fuck off, man. Little kid emoji. He was wearing that hat all week. Oh, wow. Oh, that disproves that he could be connected to the Society of Jesus because he was wearing it during the week. Wow, you don't think that was predictive programming for the fight ending in the 11th round, you fucking retard? Josh Mason? Did you actually watch the fight? No, I don't watch rigged sports. I don't give my money to rigged pay-per-view fights like a fucking loser, Josh Mason. No, of course not. You just looked at the headline and think the answer to everything is gematria. Actually, no, dipshit. We pointed out before the fight that if Fury won, he'd be 2-0-1, the Jesuit order number. That's actually what happened, retard. But, I mean, these people are so pathetic. And again, you guys, I know a lot of you are getting mad because I'm using this kind of language, but truly a person like Josh Mason, the only thing that needs to happen is this. Gun at the head, trigger pulled, end of discussion. One less piece of shit who can now feed the maggots. You know what I mean? That's what needs to happen at this moment. We don't need a world full of fucking losers. Why do you think the world's going to shit? Because it's full of fucking losers. Period. It's not because of the Illuminati. The Illuminati wouldn't be able to do shit with all their obviously rigged rituals. You got a fat white guy with jelly rolls beating a guy whose body is, supreme. I mean, no way. No way. Jelly rolls isn't winning in a real fight. Love handles don't help you pack an extra punch. No. Stuff's a joke. And these people are a joke. And again, you guys, it is the Society of Jesus. The Society of Jesus, the most evil thing there ever was, who's got all these people in the world because of door-to-door salesmen with their false religion, believing that their beliefs are so great because they believe in the dumbest spiritual story that exists today. The religion's evil. These people are evil. Everything they're spreading's evil, making a world of believers and morons. Time to face facts, religious types. You guys are the problem. Period. Okay. And I get so tired of listening to Christians say, they're always going after Christianity, and it's like, no, that's totally false. Almost any time that Jesus is in a movie or Christianity's in a movie, it's the good thing. It's the good guys. You guys are wrong. It's not being demonized and mocked by Hollywood. That's false. It's almost always promoted as the good thing. Hollywood is run by the Jesuits. Religion is the problem. You guys look at the world through a biased lens. I look at the world without bias. They didn't have the courage to face the lies, the obvious lies. And that's the case in most regards of everything. And that's what I've had, and most people haven't. They can't face the lies of 9/11. They can't face the lies of COVID. They can't just face the world of lies that we're suspect, or what's the word I'm looking for? The world of lies that we're expected to subscribe to. Okay, also in the news. Wait a minute, I skipped a story we'll do this one and then we'll do the story I meant to cover. I want to talk about the missing girl, the latest missing girl from Fort Hood. I've said so many times, don't let your children go to Fort Hood. Jennifer Sewell's parents obviously don't follow my channel, but here we got the latest death from home box office. We've been talking about we had 2 deaths connected to Sex and the City in the last month. We had Michael K. Williams of The Wire, another HBO show, and now we have Granville Adams of Oz dead. We have 4 deaths connected to HBO in the last month. It's like, what is going on right now? I noticed that HBO is going to turn 50 years old on November 8th next month. But the actor from Oz, supposedly dead from cancer, he's dead on October 10th, 21, 10-10-21, a date with 41 numerology. Oz, in the most simple cipher, O's the 15th letter, Z's the 26th, 15 plus 26, 41. Done a lot of work on the movie Wizard of Oz as well, in relation to this nation. USA's 41. But the Oz actor dead at 41, or not, dead on the date with 41 numerology. TMZ had to post 44 minutes after the hour about his death. Cancer, chemo, and kill, all 44 in the most simple cipher. 4 the number associated with death. And I couldn't find his birthday, so it was hard to do a proper decode. I don't know if it's out there. But in all of the HBO deaths that have happened in recent days, I've been talking about the numbers 54 and 56. Because remember, home box office, what HBO stands for, is 7254, right? Like Jesuit order is 5472, and then HBO is 56, like Society of Jesus is 56. And you had the first of the deaths was Michael K. Williams of The Wire. He died at age 54 on a 56 date numerology. And then the first Sex and the City death was 56 days from Sarah Jessica Parker's birthday, and I forget what it was with the other one. Might have been the person's name. But it keeps being the same numbers, 54, 56. So Granville Adams is dead at 58, but I just went back and noticed that Oz, it ran 56 episodes, and It ended on February 23rd, which was the 54th day of the year. And remember, The Wire, the first episode in the plot is May 4th, 5/4, and Michael K. Williams' character, Omar, is based on a real person from Baltimore who was born in 54. But again, you see why HBO is doing all this with 54 and 56. They're the numbers of their network, which are the numbers of the Jesuit order. Again, Jesuit order, 54. Society of Jesus, 56. And, hold on. Okay. So, you got that. And then with regards to 54, you keep hearing the Biden administration say, Build Back Better. Again, he's Jesuit Joe. Build Back Better, 54. Remember, the first Jesuit university, Georgetown, established in D.C. by John Carroll, 54, when he was 54 years old in January of 1789. Again, just how redundantly the Jesuits use these numbers. Build Back Better. And notice the acronym BBB, right? 222. B's the second letter. 222, the order out of chaos, Jesuit motto. Again, if you haven't read my book, Number Games 9/11 to Coronavirus, it's not an accident that 9/11 was exactly 222 months before the pandemic was declared, especially when Wuhan coronavirus is 222 and order out of chaos and New York. And World Economic Forum, who again simulated the whole pandemic right before it happened. The Jesuit Klaus Schwab runs the World Economic Forum. But okay, with regards to the latest disappearance out of Fort Hood, remember Fort Hood is in Killeen, Texas, home to the Luby's mass shooting decades ago. But Killeen, right? It sounds like killing. And you've had all these stories of disappearances and dead soldiers found. And we've been pointing out how all these rituals in Killeen, Texas seem to point back to the Society of Jesus. And notice, Killeen, Texas. Remember, it's 187, the homicide code, right? In that same cipher, Society of Jesus, 187, number associated with homicide. Talk about this number all the time with the Jesuits and death. But notice what day she disappeared, right? They say she disappeared around 4 p.m. Okay, 4, the number associated with death. Military 44. The Jesuits, a military order. But she disappeared October 7th, 107. The 20-year anniversary of us invading Afghanistan. Perfect day for a military operation. Military's 107, right, with the alphabetic order. 44 with the alphabetic order and rules of numerology. She disappears on 10/7 around 4 p.m. local. Okay. And I should go back and see. The Vanessa Guillen we covered last summer. But remember, October 7th leaves 85 days left in the year. Templar 85. Isus Hominum Salvator 85. Again, that's the Jesuit motto. That's abbreviated IHS in their logo, which is the sun with the Templar cross behind it. The phrase ritual sacrifice is also 107. And then her name, Jennifer Sowell. I mean, she has the wrong name. This is why everyone should know gematria. Jennifer Sowell. And again, it shouldn't make you paranoid, but God, if you're at Fort Hood and your name equals 67, you better be careful because blood sacrifice equals 67, and so does human sacrifice, and a lot of people disappear at Fort Hood. So, yeah, I don't think we have to wonder what happened to, this young lady. And then she's also black, and she's at Fort Hood. I've pointed this out before about Fort Hood, too. Hood's got that 42 in it, right? Number stamped all over black history and not a lot of nice ways. But, yeah, I mean, doesn't anyone find it weird that all this shit just keeps happening at Fort Hood? Mass shootings, disappearances, across the street a mass shooting at a diner. And then you look at the gematria of the place and you're like, oh, no wonder. No wonder. So, hold on, I'm going to go back and look at the Vanessa Guillen thing real quick. Let's see how far apart these are. Vanessa Guillen, I know I documented this last year. Her remains were identified 74 days after her April 22nd disappearance. So she disappeared on the 112th day of the year. Remember, the Jesuits operate in 112 countries. They found her on July 5th, Catholic Church 75. Here, let's just see. April 22nd, 2020. So I guess she disappeared in the spring, and then they found her at the start of summer. April 22nd to October 7th. Let's see. 533 days, 76 weeks in a day. 76 is the reflection of her name, 67. Here, let's see. From the date that they found her remains. Go back and see if there were any other parallels with Vanessa Guillen's disappearance. And again, just her being found 74 days after her disappearance, killing, Jewish, Masonic, occult, English, gematria. If you want to add to that list, Jesus, cross, Messiah, gospel parables. Again, the Society of Jesus. Let's see. Oh, yeah, they found her last year. So they found her last year. Last year was a leap year, right? July 5th, 2020, in a leap year, that's the 187th day of the year. So they found her body on the 187th day. Go figure. Okay, the body was found June 30th and then identified July 5th. Hold on, let me type in Killeen, Texas again. I think I missed that in that post. So look at that. So they found the body 70 days after it disappeared, and then it was identified on the 187th day of the year. I mean, doesn't that seem like a perfect ritual? Killeen, Texas, 7187. Killeen, Texas, also like Fort Hood, like Vatican and Francis, that infamous 47. Let me see. Here, Fort Hood soldier's dead body found 56 days after last Fort Hood soldier. So that, and then this happened again. Elder Fernandez. Okay. So, again, the girl's body was first found June 30th, and then his body was found August 25th. 56 days later, you know what I mean? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. And then when they identified the girl's body last year on July 5th, that was 201 days from Pope Francis's birthday. You know, the first Jesuit pope. The leader of the military order. I was watching this interview with Arturo Sosa the other day. Some young girls were asking him questions. And they asked him, they said, well, since you're the superior general and the leader of the Jesuits, but we also have the first Jesuit pope, Pope Francis, who's the real leader of the Jesuits right now? And he laughed, and he said, of course Pope Francis is. So, but yeah, that was 201 days. Oh, and look at that. Look at that, you guys. See, I knew there'd be more parallels if we just went back and looked. Elder Fernandez, the second guy who disappeared last year that was synced up with the disappearance of the girl, his name's 67, just like Jennifer Sowell, right? Must just all be a coincidence that it keeps happening this way. And don't forget what we've pointed out a gazillion times out, the word soldier, soul, relating to son, die, like death, R. R's the 18th letter. How old do you have to be to join the U.S. military? Is it 18? What's the acronym in the Jesuit logo? IHS, which is 18 forwards and backwards. What do the Jesuits do? They exploit the minds of the youth. Again, you got Ignatius of Loyola, the founder of the Jesuits, Mr. 201 himself, says, give me a child until they're 7 and I'll show you the man. And again, that just means you brainwash them at a young age. You know exactly what they're going to end up as adults. And that's why America is the way it is. They're purposely making us a bunch of retards as little kids so that we grow up into bigger retards. And you see how effective it is. And I got to say, when I was about 7 years old, I was starting to get the feeling that this is what was going on. Because I just felt like my peers weren't up to par. I was like, something's wrong with these other kids. They suck at everything. School, sports, games. These kids suck. I was a very bored 7-year-old. I'll tell you that much. And what was sad is I was one of the youngest people always in my class. Almost everyone was older than me, and they were still inferior, When you're a young age and you're 7 and the rest of your class is nearly 8, and there's something wrong with them, and you're younger and you see it, it's just like, I'm telling you guys, path I've been on it since I was a little kid. So something just not right with the people in this land. But yeah, I mean, same stuff over and over, you guys. Same stuff over and over and over. From her disappearance last year to his disappearance last year, 118 days apart. Go figure, right? Death and homicide, 118 in Jewish gematria. And these aren't the first Fort Hood stories either. These are just the 2 that we covered last year. This has been going on at Fort Hood for a long time. Fort Hood is the most suspect military base easily in the nation. Nobody should be joining the military anyway. Part of me, I got to say, it's hard to even have sympathy for these soldiers. I mean, what are you doing signing up for the military in 2021? I mean, you might be desperate, but God, do something else. So, I'd say there's a lot more dignity in being almost anything other than a U.S. soldier. I mean, being a U.S. soldier is like probably one of the worst things you could do ethically in the world. I don't know if there might not be anything lower than being a U.S. soldier in terms of morals and ethics. I honestly can't think of one thing that's worse. If you're thinking, well, what about a murderer? I mean, what's a U.S. soldier? Is that not a paid for murderer by the government? What are you going to end up doing? Possibly killing innocent people in the name of some lie? Again, I can't think of anything worse than being a U.S. soldier. So, in one way, and that's probably how the Jesuits justify it, honestly. They're like, well, these are scumbags anyway. I mean, who would sign up for our military besides another scumbag? Man or woman. So, and I don't care whose feelings I offend. I really don't, because I know I'm not wrong about what I'm saying. So, cry about it all you want. Cry about it all you want. Hey, how about this headline? 25% of all critical infrastructure in the U.S. is at risk of failure due to flooding? Oh, no way, really? What's flood equal in the most pure cipher? But yeah, that's another thing about the U.S. I mean, our infrastructure is really outdated and inferior to almost everywhere in the world. The greatest nation in the world has the shittiest infrastructure. But it's almost like, I've just been wondering for a long time. I've been like, is the reason they're not updating it because they have plans to like really do something massive in the nation? There's not going to be as many when they do the overhaul. Like, what's going on? It just feels like they're letting everything crumble and go to waste. But that might not be by accident. So, yeah. You think this guy would come save us? Oh, man. Let's see. Is there anything else I need to talk about? Yeah, I think that's all for now. I think we'll leave it there for now, Truth Seeker. Here, let me just check to make sure we don't have any more breaking news to break down. Why the next election should worry Democrats. Today leaves 81 days left in the year. President Biden's 81. And I mean, you don't even need an article, right? You just got the guy that plays the part of Senile Joe up there. Human remains found in search for Lauren Cho. Who's Lauren Cho? Where did this story come from? Ever since the media has like been condemning itself for only focusing on missing white women, they keep coming up with these stories of people who aren't as white. Just because I saw right below, there's something about Gabby Petito. Missing since June, updated at 11:38. Right, the death number, death, murder, killing, R.I.P. 38. 38 minutes after the hour. Here, let's see. I'd never even heard of this story. On June 28th, that's the big date in Rosemary's Baby. I know there's something about this date that I still haven't figured out. I always associate it with the day that my first YouTube channel got deleted. It's Elon Musk's birthday, Jesuit puppet. June 28th. Here, let me look at it one more time. Maybe today I'll have the mental breakthrough. 179th day of the year, 41st prime, 186 days remaining. Yeah. just don't know. But okay, June 28th, New Jersey native. She was 30. She was staying with friends, including her ex-boyfriend, at home in Yucca Valley, 30 miles north of Palm Springs and 12 miles from Joshua Tree is a weird place, National Park. The friend said she was upset and presumably walked away from the resort, leaving behind her personal belongings. You know what I realized about June 28th? It is the day leaving 186 days left in the year, but I just had an epiphany about it. Okay, so the day leaving 100 here, watch this. So if you do June 28th, 2021 to the last day of the year, December 30, whoops, let me get 31, not 13. December 31st, 2021, there we go. It's 186 days later, right? But if you count the span of days, it is 187. So if you count June 28th itself, from that day through December 31st, there's a total of 187 days remaining in the year. So actually, now that I think about it, June 28th has a connection to 187. Maybe that's why I got censored on that day. But okay, so this day does have the connection to 187 as well, really. And so June 28th, she disappears. On July 24th, the SBSD conducted an aerial search of the terrain near the residence, and on July 31st, detectives searched the home. Okay. Okay, we don't have any more key dates. Here, let's just see. June 28th to today. Let's see what they did. June 28th to today, October 11th, it's 105 days later, 15 weeks. It would be a span of 106. 105 is the 14th triangular number. 105 has the relationship with 14. Dead is 14. So they confirm that she's dead today, 105 days after the disappearance. I suppose that makes sense. And Lauren Cho is, let's see what her name is in Gematria. 97 like death. 43 and 47. New Jersey's got that 43-47. She's from New Jersey. But her name's got 97 like death in it. Lauren Cho. 55 and 10 in her surname. 55 is the 10th triangular number. Here we are on the 10th month. Hold on. Today's October 11th, 2021. So today has 26 date numerology as well. Cho's 26. Lauren's also 26. So on a 26 date numerology, Lauren 26, Cho 26. I would have caught that in my early days of research because the two ciphers on the left are the only two I knew when I first started. But, yeah, I'm sure there's more to it. Here, let's see where they said she disappeared from again. San Bernardino County. That's where she was found. Yucca Valley, 30 miles from Palm Springs near Joshua Tree. Here. Yucca Valley's got the 59 light kill. I forget what Joshua Tree's got. Well, I don't remember this story before today, but I do see the 105 days later connection to death. Okay. Today does leave 81 days left in the year. Like I said, rituals 81 forwards and backwards. FBI sting operation nets couple accused of trying to sell U.S. nuclear secrets. Video shows police officer dragging black paraplegic man out of car during traffic stop. Okay. Talk about a headline meant to provoke. Like, who's assaulting a paraplegic man? Does that mean he has no arms, no legs? Okay. Just always a load of shit in the news every day. The news that condemns social media for using negativity to increase views every day. Nothing but negative, and most of it made up bullshit in the news. Let's see. Who's trying to sell nuclear secrets? U.S. Navy nuclear engineer Jonathan Toby, who held a top secret security clearance, and his wife, Diana. You just got to wonder, CNN's marketing the hell out of their Diana show upcoming right now. Now we got a big bombshell. The couple trying to sell nuclear secrets. Here, let's see. They're from Maryland. Let's see. Jonathan Toby. Let's see what they got going on here. Got federal gematria. 113 surname. And the wife's name was Diana. Let's see. Whoops. Well, the surname's got the old 113 in it. That always makes me wonder. 113, the number of deception. The biggest nuclear scare in American history was the Cold War. Big old 113 operation. Yeah, I'm not sure there's any nuclear secrets. Pretty sure it's the New World Order, and they share all their secrets amongst themselves, and that's how you got nuclear fears coming out everywhere, including the Jesuit-controlled puppet state North Korea. So, and the Jesuit-controlled puppet state Iran, the axis of evil, as they call it. But yeah, I mean, if you're trying to wake up your friends and family to this, just ask them, what are the odds that there's an 82 on a COVID pill, and COVID's 82, and then they ask for this emergency authorization 82 weeks after the pandemic's declared, as the stock price approaches $82? I mean, come on, man. By the way, the Merck is headquartered out of Kenilworth, New Jersey, and Kenilworth is 54, like Jesuit order. Go figure, huh? So... All right, we'll leave it there for now, Truth Seeker. I got to go to the dentist today. It's time for the regular checkup, but I'm sure I'll be back before long. Have a good one, all. Till next time.